Mm. I, I'm not even really sure if an astrophysicist would agree with that. Is that condensation occurring at the speed of light? If it is this light, if it is this expression of photonic heat or electrical, this is the thing. You go back, and if you really go into these problems, and if you have a system, if you have a structural system that pays scientists to take the precision instruments, to take these ideas that have arisen, these discoveries that have arisen from the usage of these precision instruments, put those on the production line. We need to have specific government entities that are teaching people to make the most captivating presentations possible. We need a government ministry of enlightenment. That's what the Department of Education should be. It should be a group of human beings who are using all of their creative energy to make people as enlightened and to give them as much understanding as possible. To give them the tools for finding clarity as possible. That's where the extremists of all types, the extreme artists, the extreme revolutionaries, the extremes in nationalism, the extremes in racial pride and religious fundamentalism. That's where we start. And then as you gain more clarity, you can begin to have a more all-encompassing perspective on the people with whom you get to share this awesome experience. We get to create, we get to generate all of these sensations and feelings that are amplified in their sense of fulfillment and satisfaction that comes from having clarity, that comes from knowing what it is that's facilitating these experiences. What's mediating them? What's the source of the creation of these events, of these experiences? See, this is a power that each one of us possesses. The power to utilize your consciousness to focus in a class, to focus on a specific task, such that you're harmonizing and you're directing the trillions of cells that are you to both interface with the atmosphere around you, to interface with your matter and how much control of it you possess, which means how symmetrical your movements are, which is dependent upon how symmetrical your breaths are, which is influenced by the rhythm of your heartbeats, which is an electrical signal that is coming from your autonomic nervous system. How do we promote the healthiest autonomic nervous system? Well, you have to go into the methods by which you can influence it. And that's what Tai Chi is giving us. It's giving us a way to incrementally explore these methods by which we use more of ourselves by breathing more into us. By taking the time to do so, and by bridging these cultural troves, these treasure troves of knowledge about the body, about change, and about what brings that change, both within and without, internally and externally. Unless you are capable of stumbling upon this like Siddhartha Buddha, or Siddhartha Gautama, who was born into privilege. And then whenever he left the confines of the palace, he saw all the suffering that was making his privilege possible. And he rejected it. One human being, that's all it took, was one human being having a transcendent experience, a transcendent observation about the equality of all life. Humanity has a unique power. Americans have a unique power to influence the world. We can influence the world because our culture is the dominant popular global culture. The NBA is broadcast into hundreds of countries. Chinese toasters are sold in hundreds of countries. Chinese plastic, Chinese phones, Chinese rare earth minerals are here. We've got so much that came from China. Almost all of our consumer products, all of Dollar Tree, almost all of Walmart. Look on Amazon at chargers. They're creating their own companies. They mass produced ours for 20 years, and then they got enough experience to say, hey, we could do this. Yeah, we could do this. We've got the industry to make the specific products ourselves. We can plaster cast, we can use a die to punch that little piece of plastic out, and hey, we've got all the engineers to scheme this. We didn't even have to do the work to get the machines. All we had to do was learn about it. All we had to do was appreciate the life of the mind. All we had to do was apply our capacity for concentrating and changing our sensibilities so that they were less wasteful. That's why I respected them so much. That's why I still have so much respect for what Chinese people's value system is. They value family, and they value the life of the mind, and they value alignment. They recognize this unique relationship between the postures that we use to let go of the stresses of life, to let go. But I can't let go of you. I can't let go of this idea. I can't let go of these thrones. Thanks for watching.